Hello viewers, welcome to EduTube. In this lesson, we are going to learn conversion between fractions and percentage. That is, we are going to learn how to convert fraction to percentage and convert percentage to back to fraction. Now our first example says express 3/4 as a percentage. That's 3/4 as a percentage. Now to express as a percentage, it is important we understand the rudiment of percentage. Percentage is basically a number out of 100 or a number by 100. So, and it is represented by a sign basically called percentage or percent. Now, so to express 3/4 or 3/4 as a percentage, we are basically going to just multiply 3/4 by 100% over 1. So this is basically what we are meant to do to express 3/4 as percentage. So this is 100%. As we said, that percentage means by 100% or by 100 or out of 100. So now, since this is a fraction, a basic fraction, so we are going to look for what can divide diagonally in the numerator and denominator, or vertically in the numerator and denominator. Obviously, 3/4 cannot divide each other. However, 4 and 100 have a common factor, which is 4 itself. So I will say 4 in 4, and that will give me what? 1. And 4 in 100, that will give me what? 25. So in the numerator, I have just 3 and 25 left, while in the denominator, I have 1 and 1. So I will multiply what I have left in the numerator, which is 3 times 25. So 3 times 25 will give me 75. And then if I make it over 1, obviously 75 divided by 1 will still definitely give me 75. So that is 75%. So 3/4 as a percentage is 75%. Then number 2 says change 2.5 to a percentage. 2.5 to a percentage. As we did in the first example, to change a number to percentage, we basically multiply them by 100%. So I'm just going to write 2.5 times 100%. Now, in this case, we are going to convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. To do that, I will say 2 times 2, and that will give me 4. Then 4 plus 1, that will give me what? 5. So my improper fraction will be 5 out of 2. So I'm going to write 5 out of 2 times 100% over 1. Now, diagonally, 2 can divide 100. Vertically, 5 cannot be divided by 2, so I'm going to go diagonally. So 2 in 2 here, I will have 1, while 2 in 100, that will give me what? 50. So in the denominator, I have 1 and 1 left, so we ignore it. And then in the numerator, I have 5 and 50. So if I multiply 5 and 50, 5 times 5 is 25. Then with the 0, that will give me what? 250%. So successfully, I have changed 2.5 to a percentage, which is 250%. Then example 3 says change 40% to fraction in its simplest form. Change 40% to a fraction in its simplest form. So we are doing the otherwise now. We are not changing to percentage. This time around, we are changing the percentage to fraction. So the first example, the third example. So we are changing 40% to a fraction. So to do that, remember that percentage means by 100 or out of 100. So if I say 40%, 40% means 40 out of 100. Naturally, we have converted this percentage to a fraction. But we are not meant to leave it like this, because the instruction says in its simplest form. Nevertheless, if a fraction has a bogus large number, you are meant to simplify it to its lowest form. So we'll look for what can divide in the two numbers, in the numerator and denominator. First of all, 0, we cancel this 0 out. Then we are left with 4 and 10. Then 4 and 10 has a common factor, which is 2. So 2 in 4, that will give us what? 2. And then 2 in 10, that will give us what? 5. So 2 and 5 is what we have left. 2 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. So 2 cannot divide 5. So this is our simplest form of the fraction. So we have successfully converted 40% to a fraction, which is 2/5. And the third example says write 4 whole number 1/6% as a simple fraction. So 4 1/6 as a simple fraction. So just like we did in example 3. Now to convert this percentage to a fraction, we'll write 4 whole number 1/6% expressed as fraction will be 4 whole number 1/6 out of 100. Now I'm going to rewrite this expression. Don't forget that percentage means by 100 or out of 100. So if I say 4 over 1 over 6%, it literally means 4 over 1 over 6 out of 100. But we need to convert this mixed number, this 4 over 1 over 6, to an improper fraction. So to convert it, that will be 4 times 6, 24. 24 plus 1, that will give us 25. So I'm going to have 25 out of 6. So we have converted 4 over 1 over 6 to an improper fraction. Then this dividing line. So instead of writing another dividing line, I'm just going to place a division sign instead of writing another dividing line. So divided by this 100 over 1. Now, we don't divide a fraction literally as it is, so we have to change the division sign to a multiplication sign. So this expression will be rewritten as 25 out of 6. Then the division sign will change to times. Then the transformation of the division sign to times, we also have a transformational effect on the fraction next to it, which is 100 over 1, and it will become 1 out of 100. Now this way, I can now divide diagonally or vertically. Now 25 and 100 can divide each other. So 25 is a factor of 100 and 25 is a factor of itself. So I will say 25 in 25, and that will give me what? 1. And 25 in 100, that will give me what? 4. Then in the numerator I have 1 and 1, while in the denominator I have 6 and 4. Nothing more can divide, so I'm just going to multiply what I have left, which is 1 times 1, that will give me what? 1. And then 6 times 4, that will give me what? 24. So our fraction is 1 out of 24. So successfully I have converted 4 1 over 6% to a fraction, which is 1 out of 24. If you are new to this channel, please kindly click on the subscription button below this video to get notified of more academic lessons like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, we say a big thank you for your love and support always. I will see you in the next lesson.